am here. Welcome to Wednesday. My name is Colleen Magnus, and today you are Creating with Colleen. I come to you live on YouTube every Wednesday at noon and Eastern time. And so Bren is here, Steph is here, people are starting to pop on, Lynn is here. Let me boot up and I can also watch my comments down here. So give me just a minute. All righty. And there I am with the comments. So yes, I am here. Again, my name is Colleen Magnus, and today I am going to show you some fun projects. You're halfway through your week. It is Wednesday, February 15th. Can you believe you're halfway through your month? I can't. It just is crazy how quick time flies. So you better enjoy every day because I tell you, they go quick, and you know that. So hopefully you've been working hard this morning, and now it's time for you to take your break and watch me create. So today I'm going to show you another Sale-a-Bration project, which you've seen before, the Dainty Flowers paper, but today I'm going to use it in a different way. I'm not going to make cards. I'm going to make little inspirational, some desktop gifts, and once you get the pattern and learn how, you'll love it. So thank you for being here, and we are just going to roll right on into it and get started with our creating. So hold on, y'all know I got to turn you around, and I'll see you in a minute. Boom. And here we go. Oh, that does not look good on the screen. Oh well. One day I'll figure it out. Okay, let me try to get us lined up here. So this will look familiar to some of you. So I'm going to start out by making one of our gifts as a calendar, but then I'm going to show you how to make some post-it note little gifts that could sit on your desk. And again, start your day off right, because you really have to start your day off. I like to start it in the Word, in God's Word, but even just with a positive thought. And we have some stamp sets that I think can give you just that. So Sarah, thanks for being here, and Renee, thank you. Stephanie, Caters, Miss Brain, and Lynn, and Sandy, you'll see one that you made too. Sandy is a dear and actually makes us all one of these desktop calendars every year. And I cannot live without mine. So this is the one that I'm going to show you how to create with today, how to make, because it actually uses a couple of Sale-a-Bration items. The first one is, of course, the Dainty Flowers paper. So this paper you can still earn free from now till February 28th, and it is available while supplies last, only while supplies last, but it is still available. So Stampin' Up! Must have really done it right and ordered a bunch of it because it's been very popular. So when you place a minimum $50 order, then you will earn this paper for free. And then one of the other things which I have just been burning up this entire Sale-a-Bration, I have loved it, is this beautifully happy stamp set. So for this one, you have to spend a minimum $100 order, and that's in merchandise, but you get this awesome 17-piece stamp set. It is a two-step stamping. So if you can see a little bit closer, two-step stamping, you can just stamp right on top of the flower, which is just amazing. And no coloring. Y'all saw I have a video on that using the Stamparatus. But keep in mind too, you can just use the outline images and just stamp those in like black Memento ink, color with your blends. You can stamp them in black StazOn. And then of course you can watercolor. Lots of ways, a very versatile set and lots of great sayings. So I'm going to use those two for my project. Now I have to give total credit for this one to my wonderful upline, Melissa Ellis. She actually, we get together once a month, a group of about 6 or 7 of us, and we stamp, and that's how we get lots of great ideas. So Melissa had done one similar to this, and I just changed the colors up a little bit. I'll show you hers when we're done. And first, again, we're just going to start with a calendar, but then we're going to step it up to other little gifts. And I think that's what I really like about this, is you can give them as gifts and they're inexpensive, but they're beautiful, and I know people will appreciate them. So you're going to start with a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 Blackberry Bliss, and you're going to score it at 5.5. Now this is the part that holds all of this together. This here is, oops, not that piece. Let me get the real piece. This here is what holds this as a base. So we'll make the base of our card first, of our calendar. So this is 4¼ by 3, and you're just going to score it at a 1/2 inch, then right in the middle at 1.5 and 2.5. So that's where you're going to score it. In fact, let me hold it this way. It might be easier for you. So 1/2 inch, 1.5, 2.5. Now for the calendars, I used to get them from Vippies.com, but they sold out this year. So I got these from Tailored Expressions. They're just little mini tear-off calendars. And she was on Etsy, and I think they'll do just fine. So I have this, and I like to get the 3 by 2¼ size. Most of the places have different size calendars, but you know, my eyes are over 40, so 40 years old. So I kind of like to have a calendar that's a little bit bigger. I'm squinting enough in the morning. I don't have to squint to see what day it is. Then you're going to have a 2 3/8 by 3 1/8 Blackberry Bliss. Okay, so here I broke out the 16ths on you, but I'll make it easy for you. This is 3 11/16 by 4 15/16. The reason being is when I put my piece of paper on here, I only wanted a small edge. I did not really want a full 1/4 inch. So if you are like, Colleen, I can't believe you're breaking the 16ths. I mean, the 1/8 are bad enough. Basically, 3 11/16, you just go to 3 3/4 and back up one of those little lines. Back up a 16th and you're there. For this side, you're going to go to 5 inches, back up a 16th, and you've got this size. So if you really don't mind the bigger edge, then you can do 3 3/4 by 5, but I backed them up just a 16th, so I have a little bitty edge there. Okay, so Sandy, remind me of that because you know I'm going to show them your calendar too, because I think that's a great option. Sandy's going to tell us where how she did her calendars. So going forward, one more piece. This is the designer series paper that we have that is gorgeous. And you get 6 of these beautiful ovals on a sheet of 12 by 12 designer series paper. And you also have a strip of flowers in the middle. But when you cut these, you can make so many cards. And I just love that the designer paper actually does the work for me. When you have paper this pretty, and you'll see other pieces of it during my video, when you have paper this pretty, it's so easy to create. So this I just trimmed down to 3.5 by 4 3/4. So let's make this calendar base. So Stephanie says she makes these every year for friends. And you know, Stephanie, again, I look forward to mine from Sandy every year. I just happen to think it would be a great project for my club people or, you know, classes. I just did a scrapbook event on Saturday where I got to go as a vendor. I love seeing these people. I get to see them twice a year, and then we did different classes. So I'm just taking this piece, again, 4 1/4 by 11, just like a normal card, just a card base. And I just went ahead and put it down. Now, of course, where is my bone folder? Any other time, it's right there. So let me grab one. I have one across here. All right. That's why you always do your videos in the stamp room, because if it's not at the table with you, you can go grab it. So this is that piece, 4 1/4 by 3. Scored at a 1/2 inch, 1.5, and 2.5. And basically, you just kind of do like an accordion fold. I'm going to fold this little 1/2 inch here. Fold it in half the other way. And then fold this half down. So you have what looks like this. Now, on here, I just want to give, since I do see more, a little bit more of the rich raspberry. I'm sorry, I think I told y'all this was Blackberry Bliss. This is rich raspberry. Have to get your colors right, although I think the other would work too. I just stamped with the flower just to give it some texture on the back. And it's just in a collage, so nothing perfect. And that's what I love when you stamp tone on tone. You know, Stampin' Up! Has the ink pads that match all of their cardstock colors. Because I don't want anything harsh on here. I just want to break up that solid color. I am a texture person, so either a beautiful embossing folder or even just to do this around. Again, compliments to Melissa. Okay. So now that I have that, I'm going to take my piece here, and the way you could put it on, I will open this up, God willing. Let me see, here we go. And I put it with this folded piece goes across the bottom, like so. And then when I close it, the tape will go there. So let me put my glue. I like to use the liquid glue. So I'm just opening the space. Again, just put my liquid glue here. You could also use tear and strip. I think that works well. But the liquid glue, y'all know I always say you can slide it around just a little bit. Hold this up, make sure it's even. You can move it if need be, and if not, within just a matter of 12 seconds or so, it's nice and secure. So then I'll push this down, put a little bit right here, and then I can actually just close this because it's matched up, and give that, and there you go. So this is your card base to do anything. You could actually take this, you could put pictures of your grandchildren on here, you can decorate it with little sayings, and then that would sit at your desk. So don't think it's just for calendars. You can make all kinds of gifts that you want. So with this, it goes pretty simple. I will take that gorgeous Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. And I'll put it on this crushed curry, which is just bringing out that gorgeous color from the flowers. And then this, I'm just going to put on my front. See, goes together quick, just like that. For my calendar, I wanted to back it. So I will put it on here. And I just put the liquid glue right on the back because I know it would be strong enough to hold. And again, I can move it so I can make sure this is nicely centered. And then I wanted to put this on with dimensionals. So this will pop out just a little bit. Easy peasy, y'all. They make great gifts, don't they, Stephanie? So now Kathy says she knows what she will be doing later. Aw, you know, Kathy, the year has just started. We all need to know what day it is. And usually I can get like, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday right. But when I think about the date, I'm like, oh my goodness. How much time has passed? Some days I have no clue. So on here, I have the gorgeous little dragonfly trinkets. I always say this is probably my third pack. They go great with everything. And so I'll just take my glue dots. It's funny, sometimes they're on the inside, sometimes they're on the outside. Here we go. Depends on how old your pack is from when it was made. So here I have the little glue dot. I like to take the actual, whether it's a bow or a dragonfly, whatever I'm putting on here, I like to put it on, like stick the glue dot exactly to whatever it is. Because this way I'm not picking it up with my hands. And then I could put it down here. I could put it up here. My goodness, decisions. What do y'all think? This is at the top and it is beautiful. I could put it on this side. Maybe I'll do that. But you could put it on the bottom too. So there is real easy. Again, making the card base is very easy. Here I have this calendar. So as I was saying, I got mine from Tailored Expressions off of Etsy. But Sandy was saying, where are you at, Sandy? I caught that earlier. Her husband made calendars on the computer for me that she print out and put together herself. A little more work, but I've always got one when I need it. Sandy, does he use a template for that, or did he draw that up himself? Because I know people have done that before. And you're right, Stephanie, if you don't make a calendar, if you make a calendar one year and you don't make it for them again, they're going to be looking for you and asking where it was. Sandy also said her plan has always been to print out a little picture and put it where the calendar was once I'm done with the calendar. Still haven't done it. Well, we all have a to-do list. I'll definitely have a to-do list. So don't beat yourself up over it. So bottom right, we'll stuff the next one because I plan on making more. I could do the bottom right, but it goes anywhere. So again, I told you my inspiration was from my dear upline and friend, Melissa Ellis. And so this was her version. So the colors are just fantastic. You know, it was easy to do. I got all my inspiration from her. So these were those two calendars. Let's see. This was Sandy's. Sandy is watching. And Sandy, yours is the one that I keep on my desk because I like to think of you every morning too. And so this is what Sandy made. And you could see these are the calendars that she said her husband printed out and put on there. And it is nice because then you have a calendar for every year that you have control over. You can make it. You don't have to wait for it to ship. But love yours, Sandy. And she also used this stamp set here. Let me grab it. This is a stamp set and it has a coordinating punch and it's called Alphabest. So it's nice, it's a photopolymer stamp set, but you can go ahead and stamp your letters. You can do the names to your grandchildren and it has this coordinating punch. So it is perfect for the different years and you can create one for every year that you need it. Now last year, y'all will get to know Melissa's name well. Last year, this was one Melissa did, and I loved it. Copied that from last year, too. But it's the same base. It's really just the same base when you have it. You make it however wide. Of course, this one was more wide. Let's see what this was. This one here was 5.5. So our base would have just been 5.5 by 3 inches because it's the same concept. You scored a 1/2 inch, 1.5, 2.5, and that gave you the 2 little 1/2 inches on each side. So don't think that it just has to be, don't think it just has to be for a vertical orientation. You can make this horizontal, you can make it as big as you want. You guys have now learned, so you get a chance to create all that you want. So going forward, Robin Rubo Scranton, a dear friend, and she's in one of my clubs, she also makes some, but she made her calendar into, let me see if this is the one I want to try here. She made her calendar and then she ended up turning it into a, what am I trying to say? Post-it note holder. So that gave me the idea for this. I'm actually going to create 3 more projects, very quick and easy. And you will see the difference for each one. So with here, this, if you just want to make it into a post-it note holder, that's more inspirational without the calendar. I'm going to take, again, the Dainty Flowers Sale-a-Bration paper. It is gorgeous because in addition to the ones with the ovals, you have a sheet of 12 by 12 that has all the flowers on the bottom that run across and on the top. So if you cut your designer paper in half and then cut these into 4-inch segments, you can make 6 cards, 6 projects out of these gorgeous papers. Again, they do the work. So what I'm going to do here, and I have my first video, it's actually on the video side, not on the live stream side. I showed you the paper and did different samples from simple cards to stepping it up. So when you get a chance, it's at this channel, Creating with Colleen Magnus. at my YouTube channel, but check under videos and check under lives because I have content under both. So here I'm just taking Old Olive and our blending brushes, and I am just going to kind of make this a meadow. I wanted to soften it up a little bit. And the blending brushes are great for doing that because they're much softer than the sponges were. You don't see the texture of it unless you hit really hard. But I always put my finger on the top because it has a thin little neck. And I just kind of hold the top here and I start light and then just push down a little bit heavier. And that just blends all of that in. So these are not made yet. So I'm kind of going out on a wing and a prayer here. But I think I could do it. So with this one, this is more of an easel card. So an easel card sets up. It sets up differently than just the base. So, oh my goodness. So we have someone from Alberta, Canada. Hello, welcome. And Miss Fran, glad you girls could make it today. What I'm doing, we just made a calendar for our desktop. Now we are actually going to do an easel card that is more inspirational with a Post-it note. So on this piece here, I am going to stamp with one of these sentiments here. This here is a good little set. It's called Charming Sentiments. And it has a lot of wonderful sayings in here. Everything will be okay. Wishing you everything wonderful. My favorite, I have to say, is faith over fear. I believe fear can cripple us if we let it. But you have faith, I think you definitely can make it through. So this is a photopolymer stamp set. So I do like to take my piercing pad just to have something underneath there that's a little bit softer. Y'all know the red foam rubber, it already has a padding in there. So you can see it's a little more cushioned. You're okay. If you're on a very flat, good hard table, you could pretty much just use a photopolymer, but if not, take just a piece of fun foam or one of these pads and put it underneath there. So here I have the Faith Over Fear. I want to see this every morning. Whatever fear you're facing that day, just let it go. And let God. Look how cute that is. So I have my Faith Over Fear. And let me tell you the parts we're going to use for this. We are still going to have a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of cardstock, but now you're going to score it at 5 1/2 and then at 8 inches. This part here, this 8 inch, that's not really so crucial. It could have gone a little more either way because it's going to get folded in half. This is your base. And then this gets folded the same way. So you have, and I'm sorry if I say so a lot. I try not to, but what you gonna do? So this will be my card base when I have this. Have it already made. So that's my base. Then I'm gonna have a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Blackberry Bliss. Put that there. And then I have here that Dainty Flowers Sale-a-Bration paper, 4 by 5 1/4. I just have a 3 by 3 inch little pack of Post-it notes, and then a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch piece of my cardstock because I want to put a little bit of a border around that. So what I will do is I am going to take this Faith Over Fear. I really like that. I like that font. And I will put this on that piece right there, the 5 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then what I'm going to do is, in order to have this set up as an easel card like that, I'm only going to put my glue here because this is going to go on the top. So when I look at it, it's like a regular card, but since that will be sticking to it, I hope y'all can see that. That's what's going to hold this up. So I think I'll just use my liquid glue on the bottom part only. And easel cards, you can make all kinds of easel cards too, in all different shapes and sizes. And then since it's basically the same size, I'm just going to put this on here and give it a minute. And that's what I have. Now, since this is going to sit up and my Post-it notes are going to go here, I kind of wanted something on here. I just didn't want to just have the Post-it note and just have that be the rich raspberry. And again, forgive me, I have written Blackberry Bliss on every one of these. That's what I was using over the weekend. It is not. It is rich raspberry. Again, two gorgeous colors, I do have to say that. So for my Post-it notes, let me see, I'll just take that off since it's sticky. Wasn't sticky enough though. I will put my Post-it notes on here. And you know, I don't want to have that rich raspberry there, so that's why I'm going to put this beautiful paper. And it just coordinates with that oval, so it makes it even all the better. So I will put this up here. And then I will put dimensionals on here, because when you do an Easel card, something has to catch it. So basically my Post-it note would catch it, but I like seeing the edge all the way around. So I will take, oh, there's that so again, gotta stop that. I will take my dimensionals, full-size dimensionals, throw my little pieces on the floor so I look productive today. Make sure you've got them pulling off the right way. And then I will prop this up here. And the way I kind of figured out how to prop it, of course, the higher up you go, the higher, you know, the more it's going to stand up. But I wanted to just kind of make it even all the way around here. And I think that gave it pretty good distance. So I have it around, and then it will pop up. Tried to pick it up. So that's how it's going to get latched here. So when you give it to somebody, it looks like a regular card. And then when you make it the Easel card, that stands up like that. And if you do yours and it tends to not stand up as much, just give it a really good crease on both of these, like right there. And so this is something you could wake up to. Can't hold it back on an angle, but this is something you can wake up to every morning. Look at your desk and see Faith Over Fear with these gorgeous flowers. You should see my desk and all the Post-it notes, so this is wonderful. And that is your second gift that you could give. So now what is our next one? Our next one is the same, but I wanted to show it to you with a different stamp set. So this here, because again, we want to try to share some inspiration. I already did this part. Y'all just seen me how to do it. Rerun if you have to. It would go like that. So for the front, once again, I'm using another piece, that gorgeous piece right there. Take my old olive to soften it up. Y'all know that now's the time to stock up on your in colors that are retiring, on anything that you really want, because it is Sale-a-Bration, and with every $50 that you spend, you will receive free product. So look at your adhesives, check your basic white and very vanilla cardstock. It's a great time to purchase. And you can do all of your purchasing right here at creatingwithcolleen.com. So I have this piece. Now for this one, I wanted a little saying, and I have loved using the Lighting the Way. So here, I like the Follow Your Dreams. And that's what I'm going to use for this. So once again, I will get my little pad. And I'm actually going to stamp this with the Starry Sky. It's a beautiful, beautiful blue that we have. Oops, be careful. See how I got that on the edge? Take it off with your finger, wipe it on your jeans. It's why you always, always stamp with dark colored pants. So here I have Follow Your Dreams. I think that's another great thing to think of every morning when you wake up. And with this one, let me put on here. I always tell people you're not stamping until you're wearing it, so must be true. I must be stamping now. So I'm going to follow my dreams. Put my liquid glue here. Put this down on the bottom. It's a little trickier because I have my Post-it pad already in there, so I can open it up. Put this down. Get another one of my go-to dragonflies. The other thing you can put on here is we have these gorgeous little flat brass butterflies. And I thought for sure I had them. And man, I have to restock. So I'm going to get about 2 packs. I'm placing an order this afternoon. And this way I can get me a couple packs of those. And they're nice. They are very flat, which is great. Let's see where I want to put this. I can put it there. No. Put it right there. And they are flat and they're great for mailing too, although I have mailed these in cards with no problems at all. So here I have Follow Your Dreams. Again, crease this really good so it would stand up. And crease this one too. And there I have Follow Your Dreams. So I went online and I was like, okay, let me get some inspirational quotes for you all. And I really liked a couple of the ones that I found. So from Susie Kassem, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. And I thought, boy, oh boy, isn't that the truth? Don't ever doubt yourself. You know, just go for it. Then we have, I thought this was really good, this was from somebody unknown, but it said, every pro was once an amateur. Every expert was once a beginner. So dream big and start now. And then you came across, believe you can, and you're halfway there. How true is that? I mean, again, fear holds you back. I think, you know, not believing in yourself holds you back. So don't do that. That was from Theodore Roosevelt. And then last but not least, y'all tell me if you know who this is from. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. That was Walt Disney. So we know how his dreams became everybody else's dreams for going to Disney. So follow your dreams. Think of that every morning. And faith over fear. Think of that. So I did have one more. And actually, it's just a little bit different. It's going to be an Easel card with the calendar. So I will just say I have no idea how it'll turn out, but you know, you don't know till you try. No, don't know. So this is a great set. This is called Hope and Prayer. And again, a beautiful set. You are in my prayers. I keep a lot of people close in my prayers. Hope anchors the soul. And I love this. Under his wings, you will find refuge. So with this one, it is going to be, and again, I'm just going to preface this by saying, we'll see how this goes. It is going to be the Easel card. So 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 and 8. I will go ahead and crease these down. And then this here, like that. Now I didn't know how this would look stamped inside here. So we're going to find out. If it doesn't work out, then we can do a combination calendar and Post-it note because I know it will hide it. So for this in here, I'm going to use You Will Find Refuge Under His Wings. And I will stamp that in the Starry Sky. This is what I'm hoping fits and does well. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's hard to see white on white. So let me put this here, say a little prayer, go down. There you go. So you will find refuge under his wings. Kind of gets in the way a little bit of the flowers. What do y'all think? I don't know if I'm loving it or not. Y'all let me know if I should go with that, because worst case scenario, you know, I could put a calendar over it. But I have calendars. So I'm going to leave it because it really is the wording that is going to be my inspiration. So just like with the calendar, I am going to take my adhesive. Let me see here. I must have hit something. Let me see. Got something blocking. Here we go. Something came up on my screen that was blocking your comments. So here I'm going to do like the calendar and put this on the piece of crushed curry. And then I will just put it on the flat piece that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, because this will be my base. Now something else I was just thinking, and I might try it. If I didn't like how the words went into the flowers a little bit, I can actually stamp that on a piece of basic white cardstock, and I might try that. Just fussy cut it with my scissors and just take one of the markers, do like a light edge around it, and pop it up. I am thinking that's what I might do. Not today, because I know I'll keep you, but I will definitely put pictures out there of it. I think I'll do it on my blog. Y'all know last week when I did the angle fold cards 3 different ways, those dimensions are on my creatingwithcolleen.com blog. So be sure to check them out. So here, now this one will be just a little bit different because it's shorter, but you can see too, when it comes up, it still has that base. So if I wanted it to be wider, I could do the 4 1/4 by 5, but this is actually 4 by 5 1/4, but it will work. So I will take this, put my adhesive here. And I will just, since this is a 1/4 inch smaller, I will layer it as such. So then when I open it, it will still stand like that. So now I'll take my Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper, put this on the inside. I'm going to adhere the calendar. We'll get to the right month. Put this on with my liquid glue. And put this here. Don't need that anymore. And then I can put my dimensionals on here. Like so. Okay. So now here, depending on how I want it to stand up, I can put this, I think I might put it just, say a little bit higher, but not too much. Not too much. I really like it. When I was first doing this, I had the rich raspberry solid cardstock, and I just didn't care for that. I really like it better having a little bit of the flowers down here. So for this one, don't let me forget my little dragonfly or the brass butterflies. Put that on here. And I think I'll put that right smack. Oops, gotta have a glue dot on there. I'm gonna put that right smack in the middle. Like so. So here you have the under his wings you will find refuge, and you have your calendar. So you can see how you're doing this a couple different ways. I could put my calendar here and put my Post-it notes here. I could, you know, just stamp your inspiration on the front and then either do it with your calendars. You can do it with your Post-it notes. I don't know that y'all can really see that. Or you could also do it as your card base. So these are my projects to share with you today. Again, thank you. Let me put them down so you could see them. Thank you, Melissa and Robin, for your inspiration. And thank you, everyone, for watching. So with Sale-a-Bration, again, you can receive this paper for $50, if you place a minimum $50 order for free. And everybody who places from today through the end of the month, if you place a minimum $50 order on my creatingwithcolleen.com blog and use this host set, I will mail you one of these projects as my thank you, because I really do appreciate your support. So you can request my newsletter here also. I send weekly, bi-weekly newsletters. And if you want, don't forget with Sale-a-Bration, not only do you earn free product when you order, but they still have the joining special. And it is a good one this year. You would select $175 in product from the mini catalog or the annual catalog and only pay $99. Shipping is free. So it really is a great deal just to even get your product. And if you want, we have a really cute little mini embossing machine. It's 3 inches, 3-inch plates go through it, so it's smaller than the regular one. But you can get it in boho blue or white. And if you like that, just simply add another $30 to your starter kit and still pick out $175 in free product. But now you would pay $129 and get the mini die cutting machine free. And not free with that additional $30. But that is a great deal because it retail values at $63. So you can also join at mycreatingwithcolleen.com. You can pretty much do everything there. So check it out, and I just appreciate all y'all's support. You know, I'll be coming to you again next Wednesday. I will be here, and no telling what we'll create, but I promise it'll be fun. So I hope you are inspired today, and again, just thank you for being here. You all are very dear to my heart. So create these and have fun creating. Have a wonderful day. And happy stamping. Bye-bye. Where's the off button? Here we go.